So what can one of literature's biggest troublemakers teach us about, well, creative problem solving? That's what we're going to dig into today. We're looking at an absolute masterclass in mischief from the one and only Mark Twain, and we're seeing it all through the eyes of his most famous character, Tom Sawyer. I mean, doesn't that just say it all? We're starting with a feeling that is so relatable. Right out of the gate, Twain just grabs us with this universal truth. I mean, who hasn't felt that Monday morning misery, right? This one little sentence, it sets the entire stage for the drama that's about to go down. All right, so for this, we're going to do a real deep dive. We're talking a close reading of just the first 10 sentences of this classic scene. And you'll see, it's pretty incredible how a master like Twain can build a whole world of character and conflict in just a handful of lines. Okay, so before we get into Tom's actual scheme, let's quickly set the stage. We need to meet our two key players here, the mischief maker, and of course, the literary master who brought him to life. So yeah, Mark Twain. His real name was Samuel Clemens. And he wasn't just a writer, he was, a giant in American literature. And this scene we're looking at, it's from his super famous novel, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, a book that honestly didn't just tell a story, it helped shape how America even saw itself. All right, let's get right to the problem, the core conflict that kicks this whole thing off. And it's a feeling I think we all know perfectly well, that awful dread of a Monday morning. And just listen to the words Twain uses here. They're so powerful. He doesn't just say, Tom didn't like school. No, he calls it slow suffering. Wow. That specific choice of words, that's what makes us feel Tom's dread. It totally raises the stakes right away. And boom. This one line lays out the entire plan. What's Tom's goal? To stay home from school. What's his only way to get there? Well, he thinks it's being sick. The objective is crystal clear, the challenge is set, and you can just hear the engine of the plot starting to turn. Okay, so he's got his goal. What does our clever hero do? He doesn't just lie there hoping. Oh no! He gets right to work. He starts this methodical, almost scientific search for a way out. And the key word right here is investigating. Think about that. Tom isn't just daydreaming. He is actively scanning his body, almost like a detective looking for clues or a doctor trying to make a diagnosis. He's treating himself like a puzzle that needs to be solved, just looking for any little flaw he can use. And when you actually break it down like this, his thinking is, well, it's surprisingly organized. It's basically a strategic plan, right? He's got the goal, stay home. He's got the strategy, pretend to be sick. And he's got the method, find an ailment. I mean, for a kid trying to get out of school, this is incredibly structured. All right, so let's watch how his first plan unfolds. And this isn't just a simple, he tried, he failed thing. No, Twain turns this into a whole mini drama. You get hope, you get failure, all in just a couple of sentences. And here we go. This is the moment of discovery. For just a split second, Tom thinks he's got it. He's found his golden ticket out of school, a stomachache. You can almost feel his excitement, right? The relief. But this is what's so clever about Twain's writing. He builds up that hope, only to just smash it a second later. First, Tom's feeling hopeful, but then it all just falls apart. The symptoms get feeble, great word, and then they're gone completely. It is a total emotional roller coaster, and it's all packed into just a few words. Amazing. So just like that, we've hit a crisis point. Plan A is a total bust. He's right back where he started, stuck in bed on a Monday morning. School is just around the corner. So, what's a boy to do now? But come on, a character like Tom Sawyer, he's not going to give up that easily. In fact, for him, failure just seems to be fuel for his creativity. And this is where Twain really starts to masterfully build the suspense for what comes next. It's just 3 little words. Tom thought further. So simple, right? But it is packed with suspense. Twain just makes us pause. We know something else is coming. You can't help but lean in, just waiting to hear what new, brilliant scheme is brewing in that head of his. And then, there it is, the turning point. That one word, suddenly, it's just pure narrative magic. It's that flash of inspiration, that aha moment that changes everything. A whole new possibility has just popped into his head, and you can bet it's going to be way more creative than a fake stomachache. And that's exactly where Twain leaves us hanging. We saw the first plan crash and burn spectacularly, and now we've seen the spark of a new, probably much more daring idea. So the question we're left with is, What masterful, what mischievous plan has Tom Sawyer just cooked up to finally escape his Monday morning?